And there you go. Scout's ass is all cleaned out because of Daddy. Are you a lot happier? He is. How about that, everybody? Well, it's time to go to Banfield and get Ginger and Scout their rabies vaccination. You know what's incredible? They still know the word ride. All I have to say is you want to go for a ride, and they get very excited. So I just cleaned out Scout's ass. No, stay down here. Hot dang, and left the damn door open. No. Stay here. Come here. No. Come here. Looky here. Come here. Looky here. No. Come here, Scout. No. Oh, you can't win, everybody. Gotta get these dogs loaded up in the truck. I got an 11 o'clock appointment using new Galaxy Fold. You know what's crazy is this phone is so much narrower and smaller than the other phones. Whether you realize it or not, these phones are actually pretty cool because it's actually a smaller phone because it opens up. So now it's all about getting the truck loaded up, and go to Banfield. All right, are you guys ready? Yeah, these dogs, it's incredible how Ginger and Scout, so many years, they were the truck riding, go everywhere companions. And I got them just for that reason. Back in 2017, when I bought my boat, I kind of wanted to have some real easy dogs to take with me. Come on, baby. So come on. And see that? And so they're so trained to go places. They really are. I mean, they lived in cars, in boats, the ocean. They used to go out in the ocean and swim. I mean, these two guys had a lot of fun. And I don't know, it's just about a year or two. They used to go to Tennessee and hang out. I mean, they just went everywhere with us. And it all changed, I guess, about a year, maybe 2 years ago. I can't remember. But they really were just really great dogs. And I got them for that reason. I didn't want to get bigger dogs because big dogs are very hard to take with you. So these guys here, they're very easy to take on road trips. And they just really loved it. And they got kicked to the curb, more or less. Because 2018, I think I got them in the fall of 2017, I think. I can't remember. Up in Pennsylvania. And it was a fight to get these dogs. The wife didn't want any more dogs. And I had to argue like crazy to get the dogs. And then the pitch, Julie and I finally figured out the angle. Because at first, we were saying we get 2 more dogs. So then, as time progressed, we said, oh, we'll just want to get 1 dog. I actually think Julia came up with that idea. She's like, hey, why don't we just say to Mom, we just want 1 dog. Like, oh, okay, so that's actually a better angle. So after a while, Julia ended up finagling the wife to agree to us getting 1 more dog. So sure enough, we go for a ride up to Pennsylvania. This is back when you try to, this is crazy. This technology in these vehicles, so you have to have your foot on the brake for this to work. If you don't do that, because I did a remote start, share everything with everybody where I live and everywhere else. Who cares? Come on by. You'll be disappointed. There ain't much here. You'll be very disappointed that there ain't no. People think I have like tons of money hidden. I don't. I mean, now somebody's like, well, would you even tell us if you did? Oh, I don't. People are like, oh, I'm like, I don't, man. I'm the guy that's the dumbass that, gave it all to the car dealerships and the banks. I mean, that's the facts. If I could get back every car deal, every bank deal, I'd be worth millions, man. No, I'm the guy that's just too nice. I'm just too nice. I just give everything away to everybody else. I do. It's the facts. But anyways, so Julie and I had to work the wife like you can't believe. Finally, and actually, I was wanting to get little miniature poodles at first. Thank God we didn't do that. The wife was totally against that. Like, those are little yappers. They drive you nuts. So the wife actually came up with the idea of these Wheaton Terriers. I was like, okay, well, check it out. So the wife was kind of then a little bit more like, okay, if we're going to get that, then I'm a little bit more excited about us getting another dog. So it's a typical story. So now, back in 2017, I think it was the fall of 2017. I can't be exactly sure on that. may have been the winter of 2018, and so you can't find dogs for sale. The PETA, whatever you call these organization that goes after all these people that are having dogs left and right. I mean, the government got involved and really started hammering down all these people just breeding dogs left and right. And so anyways, you had to go through the internet. I found through the internet these dogs up in Pennsylvania. And so the Amish people raise them up in Pennsylvania, but the Amish people are smart. They breed them, but then they give them to a kennel, a legitimate legal kennel, to sell them so they don't get in trouble. So there's three hands in the pot. There's the Amish breeder, then the kennel, and then you buying that animal. And these things weren't cheap. If I remember right, these things were like, I swear I spent $3,000 or $4,000 on these two Wheaten Terriers. But it was classic. So first we drove way up into this Amish Pennsylvania area, and it was quite a ways. It was at least a 2 or 3 hour drive, if I remember right, one way. And Julia went with me, and this would have been like 2018 is my guess. And so she went with me, and we get up there, and sure enough, this kennel has lots of different breeds of dogs. But it's very clean, it's very organized, it's very professional. And I meet the older gentleman and his wife that do it, and they start telling us the stories about how the state of Pennsylvania has cracked down on all these breeders, and if you don't have everything, in order, and they ever come inspect you, they'll shut you down in a heartbeat and take your license. So it's very strict up there in Pennsylvania. So it now turns into FaceTiming the wife, and now it turns into me saying, well, I want to get a dog too. And instantly Julia was attracted to the Scout boy, and that's the dog she picked out. And then I saw little Ginger as a girl, and I asked the breeders, I said, what do you think about getting a boy and a girl? Do you think of your problem? They're like, no, it shouldn't be. You don't have to get one of them fixed. I'm like, right. So now I'm calling the wife, FaceTiming her, and doing the begging and pleading for us to get a second dog, blah, 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 blah. And eventually the wife did kind of come around. It was the same story with the poodles. But we got those guys, I don't know. I thought we got them like in 2013. That's what I think when we got them. But it was the same thing. I went there, the pitch was to get my wife a birthday dog, and Willow was the pick. And then all of a sudden Tango came in the equation. So now I'm in Pennsylvania, so now the wife's really not excited about, she's really like, no, only one dog. I can't remember if we just kind of hung up the phone and didn't tell her and we got a second dog. I just can't remember. I don't know if I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get the second dog, and it's going to be what it is. It's going to be what's going to be. But I think I might have brought like one crate or something. I just can't remember back that time frame, what we even drove up there. It's just hard to believe. That would have been 7 years ago when we did all this. Now I'm out here in this road. But the main reason I got the main reason was we were going to Florida a lot more, and we got the boat, and I really felt like having the boat would be really cool to have some really cool companion dogs that could be boat dogs. And that's why I felt like the smaller dogs would be cool. And little Ginger baby, who's daddy's little girl, she really is. So we got the dogs. The wife was, I think, upset because I got two instead of one. But once again, I can't really, it's one of those things that I probably don't want to remember with the argue with the wife. So now we have the two Wheaten Terriers, and now we're taking them to Florida. And we had so much fun with them. Julia would walk them around the neighborhood all the time. But now it came into the doggy picker up or scooper thing, which, yeah, the kid, was she creative on that? Yeah. Were we labeled a neighborhood? I think we were. Yeah, the kid being the most efficient picking up the poop, I don't think she did. But anyway, so Ginger and Scout, now they're down there at my parents' house, and they're living in the bedrooms with us, sleeping with us. Life is good. They're going out in the ocean. I have video and pictures of them being on the little wakeboards that we bought, and really having just a good old time of being with us. And it was really 2018, 19, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. But 2024, I don't think we took him. No, we didn't take him because then we got Kiefer last year. So it was all about Kiefer going down for the first trip. And the second trip, I don't think we took anybody. Yeah, so I think we just ended up abandoning them. And my brother used to always get irritated. He would get irritated. He really did. He really couldn't stand these dogs. It bugged him. He'd take them out in the boat, and they were in your way. He'd be like just about tripping over them. I mean, he did. My brother would be like, "Get these damn dogs out of here, man! I can't stand these damn dogs." You know, like, yeah, gosh, whatever. We look out my boat, my dad's boat, however you want to classify it. It's my brother's boat. I mean, he uses it all the time. But, you know, for all the times we're out there, and then my brother just going off, you know, it's like, do you ever just scratch your head while eventually it's like, we just really don't want to go boating because we just get yelled at? If you think I'm lying about that, oh, it got to the point where Julie and I are like, man, you know, it's just no fun because it's just a never-ending getting yelled at by my brother of what we did wrong out on the boat. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, just chill out. So, I mean, it really came to a point, it's like, I just don't want to even go out. It's not enjoyable. Yeah, does anyone have these relationships and families? I'm sure so many people out there can relate. They're doing all this work of bringing, I guess, all the natural gas lines, and I'm assuming that's what's going on because they're going to redo this whole road. This road's going to be widened. That's where it's all going. It won't be a 4-lane road, I don't think. It may be. They may make this into 4 lanes once it gets up in this area. It's possible. I'm not real sure on that. I don't think they are. But anyways, so for my brother, you know, it just became irritating. Yeah, I mean, eventually it wasn't enjoyable. It just wasn't enjoyable. And I'm sure other people relate with this. Family, it's challenging. It's challenging in relationships and family, marriage, all that stuff. But today it's all about Ginger and Scout have to have their vaccinations. The wife thought that the other vet had done it, and I called this morning and I verified that Ginger, Scout, Tango, Willow have not had their rabies shots. So they're all due their shots. Now, when these dogs get older, you know, I tell you, when you have like a 13-year-old dog, so Tango and Willow, I believe, now are, 12 years old? I guess 12. 2013 to 2025, 12 years old. But some part of me is, I don't know, man. I'll have to look at, I don't know. I wonder what it says in the books. I'll have to find out at Banfield when we got those dogs. They should have a record of that. I think I started taking the poodles to Banfield way back then. I just liked their program better. Yeah, you always have relationship issues with veterinarians, if you know what I mean by that. So, anyway, so these little gals, you know, it's hard to believe that Ginger and Scout are now, 7 years old. Which that means, you know, they should live a good 15 years. Smaller dogs usually get a good 14, 15, maybe even longer. Bigger dogs, I would have to say the average is 10 to 12 years for the bigger dogs. Just not because they're bigger, it just seems like health issues. It seems like you get these, it just, you know, I don't think you're going to get 14, 15 years. I mean, people do, but I bet you the average is 10 to 12 on bigger dogs. When I mean bigger dogs, you know, the 80 to 100 pound big breed dogs. I just think that the odds are against you. But there's stories out there I can assure you. People watch my channel like, oh, my dog lived 16, 17, 18 years. Yeah, I can believe that. But I think that they took the overall statistics, and between all the things that go on with these dogs these days, cancer, you know, a huge thing against these dogs is the illness, cancers. You know, look at Kiefer, the lepto. So, man, it's heartbreaking. Whatever dog you have to put it down. It's just the worst. It's the worst. Ginger baby, she just loves to be up here with daddy. She's a ginger baby. I think we first called her Rover or something like that after my Range Rover. I think at first that was her name, Rover. And the wife, I think, came up with the idea of, she didn't like it. So she changed it. I don't know if I changed it, but eventually we went to Ginger. Just like Rebel and Diesel. Diesel, the wife likes to call Diesel something else. Oh, Bravo. Yeah, the wife thinks that Diesel, which that isn't a bad name. She thinks that his name should be Bravo. Which, in hindsight, yeah, probably not a bad name. Diesel, the diesel guy, right? As I drive my diesel, you never even know these trucks are diesels anymore. I mean, let's not quiet this thing is. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so I want to get 37s. Yeah. Other people are calling me out. I thought you were quite spending money. Are you kidding me? Really? You think I'm going to quit spending money? Yeah, right. Yeah, the car. Yeah, what people don't get is these cars are mortgages. I mean, you're talking $1,500, $2,000 a month obligations. I mean, these cars are massive obligations, man. Yeah, those things, that's why I'm getting rid of all of them. It's like, forget it. It's too much damn money. Going and buying a phone or, I can go out with all the money I spend on one vehicle. I can go out and buy another phone every single month. I can go out and buy a set of tires every single month. The amount of money I spend in these cars and car payments. What do you think this payment is? I mean, this is a $100,000 truck. What do you think this payment is? Sincerely, I mean, what would be your guess? It's $100,000. Yeah, insurance, personal property tax, payments. Are you kidding me? You know how many houses I could have bought? I could own so many freaking houses. It's beyond unbelievable. What if I spent my money better? You wouldn't know me. The channel wouldn't exist. That's the bottom line. If I had gone a different direction, you never would have known me. Which, in some ways, maybe that would have been a better thing, right? Yikes. What's a ginger baby? She says, Daddy, what are you doing? I just think, oh, the vet. All right. We got the derelict motorcycle rider. We got the police or something up here. And we got the car wash that I think is going to file bankruptcy. So isn't that something, everybody? It's really interesting here. So many years ago, like 10 years ago, I was telling Joe we should put a car wash up here in this area right up here because there's only one car wash in the area in Leesburg, which I go to all the time. And come to find out, the business news here in Loudoun County, Leesburg, Virginia, there's somebody to open up a really nice car wash right down there in front of Lowe's. If you said big top of that building, that is closed. It's going through a bankruptcy. The claim is the owner's in very bad health. I'm like, yeah. Joe texted me late last night. He's like, hey, here's an opportunity for the car wash you always wanted. I'm like, nah, no way. At my age, do I want to go babysit employees all day? I tried that back in 2007, 8. Nope. No thank you. I want nothing to do with it. At my age in life, I want nothing with having to run a business with a bunch of people where you're always having to beg people to work for you. Nothing's ever good enough. It's you're babysitting. That's all you do. So I told Joe, I was like, there's no way that I would be interested at this stage of life. And plus, Flagship Car Wash is buying up all the independents. And what they've done is the whole car wash industry now is monthly membership plans where for $29.99, $29.99, $39.99, $59, whatever the monthly subscription is, you get unlimited car washes for your vehicle. And that's the whole trend that has really become more of the car wash, car cleaning industry. And the big guys are eating up all the little guys. So my guess is that Flagship will probably get that damn thing through a bankruptcy purchase, which, could it be a 50% savings? I have no idea. But I'm sure somebody will get the deal on that facility, and it'll need the back end of somebody with the big monies to keep it going, and that's the challenge. And that place never was that real busy. But even though the car workshop where I go all the time, it's nothing like it used to be. It's like the dynamics have changed, and or that car facility, car care cleaning facility, instead of saying wash, took away the other location, and then the other one took away, and maybe just 2 full service car care just doesn't work. And maybe that's more the story, that this just isn't a big enough market to justify 2 of those locations, which that's very possible. But I don't know. I have no idea. But do I want that? Hell no. I'm running late now. But they usually give you like a 10 window for you to get in here and get your pooches in and out. So here we go. Banfield. So you get to drive right up the front door. So I like that. That availability. And I just like the operation personally. I think it's a nice operation. And I think that for the most part, it works. As I squeeze between these 2 vehicles to start the adventure with the puppies. With the little ginger baby.
How are you?